Dealing with the narcissist in court. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and in this video, I'm going to discuss how to deal with a narcissist in court proceedings. Now, if you married a narcissist and have gone through the divorce process with one, you have my deepest sympathies. Even if you weren't married but still have a court battle with them over child custody, property disputes, etc., this is more than likely going to be a long and exhaustive process. I'm just going to be straight with you. Narcissists are famous for dragging out court proceedings. And they typically do this for two reasons. One, it keeps them tied to you. Even if you've gone no contact and you have an attorney to intervene on your behalf, you still have to see them in court. And the second reason they do this is to continue abusing you financially after the relationship ends. And they do this by running up your attorney fees, especially if they have more money than you do. The narcissist will typically try to get you to negotiate with them without the involvement of attorneys. They will fake kindness and try to get you to trust them to work things out between the two of you amicably and fairly. This is a trick. They have no intention of playing fair. They're in this to win. Did they ever try to work things out with you or play fair with you during the relationship? Well, they're going to be worse now. So I realize that legal representation is expensive. It really is. However, I do not recommend going up against a narcissist without an attorney. And you need an attorney that understands narcissism and narcissistic abuse. No court battle is pleasant, but court with a narcissist is the worst. And just like they do with their flying monkeys and their new supply, they play the victim. Not only that, they're going to attempt to paint you as the hideous villain. I'm currently still involved in court proceedings with my narcissistic ex-husband, even though our divorce was finalized almost a year ago, and we don't share children. My narc has delayed every proceeding he possibly could. Again, that's his attempt to drive up my attorney fees. And believe this, in the courtroom, they have no problem blatantly lying under oath. My ex perjured himself under oath several times. This was caught by my attorney. But the legal system has a lot of red tape, and the judge, who could obviously see it and she knew it, still ruled that we had to file the complaint in a different way due to technicalities with the law, right? You know how the legal system goes. Fortunately, my attorney had already prepared me for this, so I really wasn't surprised. And this is another reason you need an attorney. They are not going to react emotionally to anything the narc says, and the narc is going to have no idea that they're digging a deeper hole for themselves. And this works to your advantage in future legal proceedings. So expect the narcissist to lie. It's what they do. Pathological lying and narcissism just go hand in hand. When you're in the courtroom, know that the narcissist is going to try to trigger you, just like they did throughout the relationship. They want to get you to react in front of a judge. So they will use gaslighting phrases, and they may even attempt to smear you in court despite their lack of evidence. Just like in the relationship, they're trying to upset you and get you to react. So you need to stay calm. Try not to look at them. Do not make eye contact with them. Do not show any emotion whatsoever, and do not react. This is another reason you need an experienced attorney who can speak for you and make objections whenever necessary. Make certain your attorney has every bit of evidence that you have that helps prove your case. This includes emails, text messages, voice messages, video recordings, audio recordings, statements from others who might have been a witness, etc. Whatever you have, Even things that you might not think will help you, they can often really come in handy. Let your attorney decide which evidence to bring forward and what they may want to hold back for now. You may not have experience in trial proceedings. You probably don't. I certainly don't. But your attorney does. They do this every day, and they can develop a strategy that you probably would have never even considered. And again, this is why I stress finding a competent attorney well-versed on narcissism. And please, do not talk to anyone about your court case that is in any way connected to the narcissist. You don't want to give them a heads up. Plus, these people are not your friends if they are choosing to remain in contact with your ex-narc in any way. And I did a video about this subject. You can check that out if you'd like, and I've dropped the link in the description box below. When you're answering questions in court, give yes or no answers whenever possible. Do not offer explanations. Do not expand on your answer in any way unless asked by your own attorney, their attorney, or the judge. Take your time answering questions. There is no rush. And if you don't quite understand the question, just say so. This happens all the time with legalese, okay? And it's perfectly fine to ask for clarification. Don't assume you understand what's being asked. If you have any doubt at all, just ask. So ask them to repeat it. They will. And also, due to our changing world, many court proceedings are now being held virtually over the computer, which is nice, since you don't have to see the narcissist coming in and out of the courtroom. This is how my current proceedings are being held. If you are appearing in person, avoid any interaction with the narcissist prior to or after your trial or your hearing. Expect them to stare you down the entire time. Look, the narcissist still believes you are their possession, and they still want to control you and affect your emotions. They will try to trigger you, so avoid eye contact with them as much as possible. Have a friend or a family member who supports you attend that court with you. Even if they're not allowed in the courtroom, and more than likely that will be the case, the narcissist is less likely to approach you outside the courtroom if you have someone with you. And if you are approached, make sure that you or the person that's with you records whatever is said. Now, I do want to say, depending on the state you live in, some states require that all parties be aware that they're being recorded. This is not the case in every state. I will let you know that if you live in the state of Oregon, like I did, only one person needs to be aware, and that one person can be you. So check the laws in your state about this. Just know that dealing with a narcissist in court is not like dealing with a normal, healthy individual. They will attempt to drag things out and run up your attorney fees, even though that means they're running up their own attorney fees as well. The narcissist will literally cut off their nose to spite their face. In fact, they'll cut off their own nose and blame you when they bleed. So you want to resolve the issue quickly. The narcissist does not. They love the battle. They love the drama. And they love using all of this to triangulate the news supply with you. And on that, they are highly unlikely to have the news supply around them during any legal proceedings with you, because they don't want the news supply knowing everything. That way they can keep feeding them their lies. I highly doubt my ex-narc's news supply has seen all the evidence that we've released thus far, even though he was served in her home. I'd still like to give her some benefit of the doubt. However, if she has seen everything and believes him, I have to seriously doubt her level of intelligence. I just do. Look, the narcissist is always seeking narcissistic supply, even in the courtroom. And you can starve them of this and possibly even trigger them by your non-emotional responses and your non-emotional demeanor. If you're still in the healing process, This can be exceptionally hard to do. I'm no longer triggered by my ex, and seeing him in court only confirmed what I already knew. He's miserable and completely unhappy with his life, despite whatever he relates to others. I know him, I saw him, and that's the way it is. So, yeah. Now, if you're still healing, I have dropped a link to a playlist for meditation and for self-care that you may find helpful. If you feel you need a therapist, please find one that is knowledgeable on narcissism to assist you through this process. Look, dealing with a narcissist in court can be a nightmare experience, so just expect that. But remember, you survived the relationship. You will survive this too. And in the end, no matter what happens, you're going to come out of all of this stronger than ever. And you may not believe this right now. I didn't believe it at first either. But please know, it will happen. I am wishing you peace, love, and light throughout this journey, and may your day be blessed.